Yeah, it's the 16th of December. The sun is high, the waves are blue, while everybody's chilling in Bolito. Someone's got something else to do. Down in Durban, they're soaking up the spray. It's a holiday, baby, reconciliation day. Nobody's at the office, nobody's on the clock, except for the agents heading down the block. They're swarming through the hallways, looking for a file, losing all the rhythm, losing all the style. In a wood-made office, the air turns cold. A story's being written that's already getting old. Demanding every paper, searching for a name. Intimidation is the spirit of the game. They said, where are the Americans? We need them in a row. But then they changed the script for the midday show. It was the raid on wood made under a summer sky, a holiday hustle, a convenient little lie. They said, Hakuna Matata, don't you be afraid. We only want the canyons. It was quite the masquerade. Oh, the raid on wood made relations take a fall, building up the tension, building up the wall. Got a scheme and home affairs is talking fast, trying to make a holiday work ethic really last. The public's looking sideways, the logic doesn't flow. Working on a Friday, on a holiday, no. Was the KFC closed? Was there nothing left to eat? Is that why the uniforms are out on the street? Somebody doxed a diplomat, his secret's on the loose. Now Washington is tightening the diplomatic news. The ancient says it wasn't me. Washington says we shall see. A stumble, a tumble, a diplomatic crack. Once you cross that line, there's no turning back. No turning back. It was the raid on wood meat under a summer sky, a holiday hustle, a convenient little lie. They said, Hakuna Matata, don't you be afraid. We only want the canyons. It was quite the masquerade. Oh, the raid on wood made relations take a fall, building up the tension, building up the wall. Summer sky, a holiday hustle, a convenient little lie. They said, Hakuna Matata, don't you be afraid. We only want the canyons. Was quite the masquerade. Oh, the raid on wood made relations take a fall, building up the tension, building up the wall. Check the calendar. Reconciliation doesn't feel like it in Woodmead. Keep your papers ready, mate. Hakuna Matata. Right? Don't coot in bed.
Viceroy of Greenland. First came the Dorset, ghosts of the frost, or Baffin Bay where the sunlight is lost. They carved out a life on the edge of the world before the red banners of Vikings unfurled. Then Eric, the outcast with fire in his eye, fled Iceland's cold judgment for a new northern sky. 25 long ships set sail for the west, but the hammer of Neptune put them to the test. 11 were swallowed by the salt and the foam. 14 survived to find a new home. Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. 600 farms in a warm epoch dog's light. 10,000 Norsemen prepared for the fight. From middle to western the settlements grew under a sky of a cold, brilliant blue. But the Thule arrived like a wave from the west. Ancestors of Inuit put to the quest. In a single great surge from the north to the south, they took the cold land from the dragon's own mouth. The Norsemen vanished, the Thule remained. Then the Danes took the coast and the Inuit chained. But when Nazis loomed and the Danes gave away, the eagles of liberty entered the fray. Stars and the stripes over glacier and peak, the giants are waking, the masters are weak. The 47th rose with a plan in his hand. He looked to the north at the great frozen land. I'll buy it with silver, the president cried. But the Danes in their towers, they laughed in their pride. He returned in his glory with a vow and a blade. By gold or by iron, the deal shall be made. Who shall I send to the fjord and the snow? Who is the hero to make the land grow? Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold. A saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. Oh, and the will of the storm, the American empire begins to take form. Chris is running the show. Chris is running the
Good evening, April 5th, 2026. Still Easter Sunday here on the East Coast of the United States. In the King James Version of our Bible, under John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Welcome back and happy Easter to everyone who is here. Welcome. Good to see you again. So I was just typing up lyrics for a new song. We'll see how it goes. I'm just putting a new song together. Welcome to you. Hey, Mad Max. A lot of people have things to be thankful for tonight. So Kathy's here. Handyman, Broken Arrow, Jarethra, AJ Quinn, Kathy Price, Captain Asparagus, Sumery, hello. Work People, Seven, Mad Max, CB's back, Jarethra, Petrus von der Linde, Work People. Sloth Puppy, welcome back, man. Good to see you again. Sloth Puppy. Loretta Neathling, hey, Loretta. Mad Max is here. Good to see you again, Max. Good to see you again. And, all right, so I guess the shield is in place of the spanner. They don't put the spanner on anymore for the moderators. That's weird. Toast, welcome to you. What else we got there? Meerkat, all before we started. Yeah, guys, I apologize. I posted this at about 10:20, so 40, or 10:15, about 45 minutes before the live stream. And I went back to start the thing, and it says private, unlisted. I'm like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? I didn't make this unlisted. That's weird. So YouTube, playing games again. Eves Lombard, welcome to you. All right, so I make lyrics right now. I've just pretty much finished them up here. This is about a rock anthem about Donald Trump demanding that Iran open up the Straits of Hormuz. What do you guys think? It should be a good song. Or will they call Trump's will? All right, let's see what I can do with this. I have a feeling Gemini's not going to like what I wrote because they're very politically correct anymore. Gemini is making itself unusable by becoming so politically correct. Let me try Gemini to clean up my lyrics, okay, and flesh them out a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, too many crickets. I got to fix this now. Strict. Okay. It never pastes things the way I put them in there. I gotta fix it all. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay. I think the computer doesn't matter. It just reads what I put. Let's see if it likes it or not. Like I say, looks like requests a bit of a sour note for me. Since I'm in beta, I'm staying extra cautious. Well, see, once again, these wusses at Gemini. Who is this? Is that who runs Gemini? It's Google. Wussies. Let's go to ChatGPT. Much better to work with. ChatGPT. Okay, here we go. Let's go there. As long as I'm logged in, they tend to play nice. Am I logged in? Okay. Paste. Okay, here we go. Okay, they tended to get it, so let's see what we do here. Let's see if they'll give it to me now. All right, here we go. Here's a high energy rock anthem. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Let's see what we get now. I'll put that in Suna and we'll clan it. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's some nice additions to what I came up with there. No, I don't want it tailored to classic raw. Tailor. Okay, let's see what happens now. Change a little bit. Grok is cool. Okay. No, I think I'll just stick with what I had. Okay. All right, that was a little too complicated. 48 hours. That's what it's called. Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go over. Let me go to Suno. I'm going to generate this. Okay, create. Okay. Lyrics, okay, paste, okay, styles, okay, now I need that. Okay, let me get back to what I had there. Ooh, that's over here in this. Okay, so this is a high energy. Okay, let's see what I get now if this works. Okay, styles, okay, okay. I want more options. I want male. Okay, cool. Alrighty, let's see what we get. Okay. Colonel's always ahead of us anyway. How's that? What did Broken Arrow say? Broken Arrow. Yep, I'm an hour ahead of Texas. That's correct. That's correct. Right. Yeah, I'm so sick of those wusses at frickin' at Gemini. They're so wussy. They don't do anything. Someone just saw that the heart attack happened 3 weeks ago. Wow. Speaking of which, that reminds me. I'm also checking in a lady who was shot. She'd written to me. She told me she was doing okay. She actually herself had written to me on WhatsApp. but I missed the message. God bless it. Oh, okay. Come on. Okay, it's not that way. Look at maybe Boise. There we go. Okay, I'm just checking in on her. I haven't talked to her for a while, so well, that doesn't go there. Okay. All right, let's see if we got any songs up. Okay, so, all right, where are we at? Let me get back to the chat, see what's going on here. Okay. Email songs in your user sent you an email with songs. That's so awesome. Okay. Yeah, no, the one who was shot, she wrote to me. She's doing well, so it was great to hear. But I didn't see it, so I've sent her a message, and hopefully she caught it. Aha, Bloodcope did catch a live stream. It's only my fourth one of the day on a Sunday. Easter Sunday, no. So while Southern wakes up, we're on the East Coast, it's nearly past bedtime. Yes, well, it is past bedtime. But we'll keep doing it this hour for now. We'll probably change later. Okay, so 48 hours. Let's see how this sounds. You guys ready? Here we go.
Dawns in the war room, shadows on the wall, maps lit up in red, hear the sirens call. A line in the water, a line in the sand, no more hesitation, this is the final stand. They pull the lost from the fire and the flame, snatched from the dark where vengeance knows your name. Engine still burning from the rescue flight. Now the whole world's watching what comes tonight. No more warnings, no more games. Every second feeds the flame. 48 hours, tick tick boom. Clocks counting down to the edge of doom. Open the strait or feel the storm. The oil must flow or the world deforms. 48 hours, choose your side. No place left for truth to hide. Stand or fall, the line is drawn. When the countdown hits, it's gone. Terrans holding tight with the grip of steel, choking off the lifeline the world can feel. Markets trembling, nations on their knees. Fuel for the fire riding on the seas. Voices rising from every shore. We can't take this pressure anymore. But pride runs deep and power runs cold, and no one wants to be the first to fold. Every heartbeat, every breath, walking on the edge of death. 48 hours, tick tick boom. Clocks counting down to the edge of doom. Open the strait or feel the storm. The oil must flow or the world deforms. 48 hours, no retreat. History pounding like a drum beat. Stand or fall, the line is drawn. When the countdown hits, it's on. You've got 48 hours to break the chain, to end the silence, or ignite the flame. Who's gonna bend? Who's gonna break? How much pressure can the world Washington waits with a steady hand. Terran stands firm, refuses to bend. Across the desert, across the sea, two powers locked in destiny. All the world's eyes burning bright, watching shadows turn to light. A single spark, a single call could send it crashing down.
pretty good. Guitars are awesome. All right, what do you guys think of that one? That was pretty good, huh? That's a banger, right? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Like that. That was pretty good. That was the first version. Shall we listen to the second version? That was pretty darn good, guys. Yeah, Work People says awesome. I thought so too. Yeah, I wanted a rock anthem. I got a rock anthem. All right, let's do the second one. Okay, Gina. Hey, Gina, how's it going? All right, let's play the second one. Here we go. I like the drums.
The dawn's in the war room, shadows on the wall, maps lit up in red, hear the sirens call, a line in the water, a line in the sand, no more hesitation, this is the final stand. They pull the lost from the fire and the flame, snatched from the dark where vengeance knows your name. Engine still burning from the rescue flight. Now the whole world's watching what comes.
Tuesday's the 48-hour deadline.
No more warnings, no more games.
I like this.
Every second feeds the flames. 48 hours, tick, tick, boom. Clocks counting down.
I think I like this one.
To the edge of doom. Open the stray or feel the storm. The oil must flow, the world deforms. 48 hours, choose your side. No place left for truth to hide. Stand or fall, the line is drawn. When the countdown hits, it's gone. Terrans holding tight with a grip of steel, choking off the lifeline the world can feel. Markets trembling, nations on their knees. Fuel for the fire riding on the seas. Voices rising from every shore. We can't take this pressure anymore. But pride runs deep and power runs cold, and no one wants to be the first to fall. Every heartbeat, every breath, walking on
Oh,
the
yeah.
edge of death.
Yeah, this is a bang. This is the one.
48 hours, tick, tick, boom.
Tick, tick, boom.
Counting down to the edge of doom. Open the strait or feel the storm. The oil must flow or the world deforms. 48 hours, no retreat. History pounding like a drum beat. Stand or fall, the line is drawn. When the countdown hits, it's on. You've got 48 hours to break the chain, to end the silence, or ignite the flame. Who's gonna bend? Who's gonna break? How much pressure can the world take? Washington waits with a steady hand. Terran stands firm, refuses to bend. Across the desert, across the sea, two powers locked in destiny. All the world's eyes burning bright, watching shadows turn to light. A single spark, a single call could send it crashing down on us all. 48 hours, hear the cry. No more room for alibis. Open the strait, let freedom run, or face the fire of the loaded gun. 48 hours,
That's a good one. That's getting uploaded right now to my distributor. Upload music. I'm uploading it right now. That was so good. I like that. Okay, so all right. So DJ Silver Eagle. Okay, the date for release will be today. Okay, come on. This thing, 5 April. Record label, genre rock. Where's rock at? There we go. Rock. Okay, rock. Album cover. I've downloaded, but probably isn't going to play nice. It's too small. Yeah, it's too small. So I got to go to Google Pixel. P-I-X. Okay, modify, resize pixel. Okay, here we go. Picture, upload image. Yeah, so I download this one here. There we go. I need 300 by 300. What do I need this to be? It needs to be 1,000. 1,000 by 1,000. Resize it. Download. Okay, download this image. Okay, cool, got it. Now we go back to DistroKid, and I've got an album cover. Okay, there we go. That works now. Okay. Title, 48 hours. Okay. Alrighty. Upload the audio file. Okay, and the audio file is there. Okay, songwriter, music and lyrics is me. Okay. No explicit, it's clean. No. Okay, put it there. Credits, I gotta do this here. Select a role. That would be guitar. Okay. Put bass drum. Okay. Okay, producer is me. Okay, all right. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure I've missed something here because I'm rushing through it. Oh no, I don't want that. Okay, I don't want any of those, excuse me. That cost me money. Oh, leave a legacy. Wow. $29 for one song to leave a legacy. Nope, I don't want that. And I'll never delete it even if I cancel my account. Well, I'll make sure I download all my music before I cancel my account. Something's not right here. There's some steps missing here, or they changed something. Okay, let me see. Oh, maybe they didn't change anything. I haven't loaded up for a few days. Okay. Get notified and pay when your music is used in content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I can detect matches and pay you in revenue. Why don't they automatically use me that? I'll have to check into that. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's see if we can load it. There we go. It's uploading. So that song will be out on my distributor here pretty quickly. There. Is everyone... Baba Laws? What? Where did the viewers go? I don't know. People aren't here. Good morning, Maximilian. Good morning. Yeah, it's not a lot of people here either. And I stayed later so we get the 5 a.m. crowd. I don't know. Don't know. Maybe they're all pissed off because I called people out who attacked me and lied about me on social media, and I'm not tolerating it anymore. Maybe that hurt some people's feelings. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Journey meets Straudy meets Sabaton. Okay, I don't know those last two groups. Vodka model says contra. Well, I didn't think you did drink. Just because you're a vodka model doesn't mean you drink. I mean, let me check on something. I've got some text messages coming in here. Okay. Okay. By the way, a refugee that I met in Las Vegas and I was having a little trouble with the rent. I interviewed. Just got a job. Just got a job today. Over the weekend. Got a job in Las Vegas. There you go. It might be Kathy because it was a holiday. Yep. Oh, it's a public holiday. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, Loretta, I called out people. Yeah, I called out people Friday night when someone showed up either drunk or something was wrong with them. They're saying all kinds of things. That's why I played the song at the beginning, the Radon Woodmead, because I was accused of writing a song about a person. The song wasn't about a person. It was about a raid on Woodmead. There were a lot of people there that day. It wasn't this person. Yeah, no, that happened. And then today I showed a screen capture where somebody wrote something and lied about me in a Facebook group, a closed Facebook group. And they wrote and lied and said that I had, what did they say? They said that I had said people are lowlifes. No, that's not true. That's not true. So I called out and I said, your behavior is low life. You're being low life. And then the person came out later on and just jumped in chat and said, you call me a low life. I said, well, basically I'm saying if the shoe fits, if the shoe fits. Well, that was the other day and there was today. No, there's a concerted, coordinated effort by a bunch of people who are just, self-involved here, who really, their feelings are hurt because they're not in America. So they're going to take it out on me. I really don't give a crap anymore. I'm tired of dealing with these people. I'm really tired of dealing with these people. This one person sent me WhatsApp after WhatsApp after WhatsApp after WhatsApp telling me about all this stuff in South Africa that I have very little interest in, but I politely listened and read all this stuff. And, they just went on and on and on and on for months on end and just, acting like they were my best friend. They're not. I was being polite and considerate. And then the person goes and stabs me in the back and lies about me on a group. And people think that, this stuff isn't seen. There are people, good, honest people who see this stuff and share it. So I've been ignoring most of it, but it's breaching a threshold now. And it's a bit much. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. Yep. Absolutely. So I blocked a few people from the channel this weekend and we've called out a few people. I don't deserve this bullshit, this juvenile, stupidity of people behaving like fools. I don't deserve it. So I'm not going to put up with it. I certainly don't get paid enough for it. I'm not a Hollywood legend or a television announcer who gets paid $1 million a year. I don't deserve this bullshit. If people don't like the content, they go somewhere else. But don't lie about me. The point taken on me is because they're just nasty people. They're nasty people. And also, the other problem is people hear what they want to hear. They don't listen to what's said. And they don't watch the videos. They just comment on the title. I was accused by one person of what was it? It was, let me see the comment exactly. I remember the comment the other night. Just ludicrous nonsense. Where was it at here? Documents. Let me see. I need to go. That folder. Okay, it should come up shortly. Oh, come on. Now you're playing games on me. Oh, my computer. Okay, there we go. All right, here it is. Yeah, I was accused of everything I said in the video was speculation. That's a lie. First off, I'm an intelligence analyst. I'm an economics analyst. Been doing this for decades and know what I'm talking about and tend to be right most, if not all the time. And then there was, I said, it's my thoughts. It's my thoughts, my off-the-cuff sharing of thoughts. So it wasn't clickbait. It said my thoughts. I didn't claim that they're denials. I said there are going to be denials. And the title of the video is clickbait. No. And he's getting desperate for views. That's funny, coming from somebody that has no views. And I have 1.2 million views per month. Now, and as I said, in full disclosure, that's down from 4 million last year in April, May, and June. But, that couldn't be sustained. There's no way that was going to be sustained. This is an independent news channel and entertainment channel. And independent news channels, it's very difficult to get an audience. Ask Morning Shot. That's a news channel. And Byron's done a great job increasing it from, 50,000 to 159,000. But he's been in a holding pattern ever since he got there. It's not easy. Is it just me or have humanity gone down? Oh, yeah, it has gone down the hill. It has. People are just, yeah. Some people are just psychotic. They're off their medication. People emotionally immature need to blame someone they don't really find someone to blame. Yeah. And it's unbelievable. These are just scumbags. These are just, people behave like this are just scumbags. I mean, why would they lie about me? Why? I've never done anything to these shitbirds. Never done anything to them. Didn't even call them out by name. The lady who outed herself on Friday, I never even mentioned her name. Never talked about her. I actually protected her. And she lied and accused me of making a song about her. I didn't make a song about her. What a bunch of nonsense. Ingrid says, exactly, Chris. I'm glad you told these liars off. And like you said, if the shoe fits, well, you of all people certainly don't deserve such. But exactly. For what? What basis? First off, every time they say that I did something, they're lying. Last year, it all started with this nonsense with the pets. I have nothing to do with the pets. I interviewed people because you all asked me to. And for that, I got endless abuse. And I got shitbirds coming in my chat lying. Someone came in my chat and said, oh, it's only $200 to send a pet to the States. And my response was, no, it's not. Who told you that? That's poppycock. That's bullshit. It doesn't cost $200 to send a pet to the States. That's impossible. And then they went in these groups. Oh, he's a liar. He's a liar. He's misleading people. They didn't know what they're talking about. It doesn't cost $200 to send a pet to America. That's a pipe dream. I wish it cost $200 to send a pet to America. It doesn't. What that was, and we got confirmation when I interviewed, what's her name from Pet Lift, Morgan. When I interviewed Morgan, she said that what happened was that people misunderstood. She told people who were signing up for Pet Lift that she had negotiated a rate to get the titer test down to just $200 per test. That was just one test. That's not even the flight. These people, morons living in a fantasy world, attacking me because they're freaking wrong. Didn't know what they were talking about. Oh, he's lying. I'm not lying. You're an idiot. You're a freaking idiot. Yeah, that's what I said. People that lied about me and said that are idiots. Didn't know what they're talking about. Telling people this nonsense. And then all that crap started. And then this whole crap with Nicole's group, Project X, people on there attacking me. So Nicole's like, well, no, we want to tell you what we're doing. So they put me in the group, and I'm in there, and I watch their content. Never said anything bad about them. But people in that group have said shit about me, including Nicole back in the day. But I don't make a big deal about it. But it's bullshit. Then it started with this nonsense, this bullshit. First off, just think about this for a second, okay? Let's just think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. 40 years, the highest level of security clearance, the most sensitive programs, working with multiple intelligence agencies, multiple international intelligence agencies, never, ever lied about any of that stuff. You don't maintain a clearance if you're unreliable, if you're a drunk, if you do this, if you do that. You don't. Someone who carries a top secret clearance for 40 years is a trustworthy person. The mere fact that they have one makes them a trustworthy, but doesn't mean they're perfect, doesn't mean they're angels. But the fact that people would act like these idiots and morons and believe these fools. And all these people get bum hurt, including some guy who got bum hurt because he came on my channel and he said something about, someone said something about, I enlisted in the Air Force at 42. And I said, that's not true. And I went and looked it up, and you couldn't enlist in the Air Force at that age. Now, policies change. Person didn't tell us when it happened. For instance, the Army just raised the age from 34 to 42. But when I said it, it was true. And for most of my life, that's been true. I actually invited that person to come to the Dallas meet and greet, and he told me to F off. Whatever. I don't run around wearing Civil Air Patrol uniforms pretending to be something I'm not. I don't do that. And I know some of you spies are here, so go tell him. He's lied about me. He can lie about me some more. You're right, Mad Max. I could write a story about these people. Then the whole nonsense about the green card. The green card. Remember that? Oh, yeah. People came out and said, you can get your green card in 3 months. I said, that's not possible. You can't get a green card in 3 months. It's impossible. No one gets a green card in 3 months. You have to be here for a period of time and have a track record. And under the law, the Immigration and Nationality Act, which none of these people bother to read, you must be in the United States for 12 contiguous months without a break in order to apply. And when you reach that stage, not only can you, but you must apply. You don't get a green card for 12 months. Somebody came in the other day and said, I got one in 3 months. Prove it. Send me the information. Show me it. I don't buy it for a second. But then someone who doesn't know what they're talking about attacked me. But before that, let's roll back the clock a little bit before that. It all came down to the work thing. I said asylum refugees cannot work in America. And that's true. Asylum seekers can't work here. When you come to this country and you apply for asylum, you're not allowed to work. It's against the law. That doesn't mean you're never allowed to work in 40 years. It means when you come here, you can't work. 150 days, you can apply. After 30 days, they can grant approval. They can. Doesn't mean they do. So what I stated was true. And I got pillared and lied about it. And all these little smart-ass, know-nothing South Africans glommed onto this person who's an American and said, that colonel's wrong. You people are wrong. Every damn time you're wrong. Yet you continue to attack me. And morons believe this stuff. It's so annoying. So annoying. Anyway. 12 months for a green card, 4.9 years to have a green card, you can be eligible citizens. That's correct, Paul. That's correct. That is correct. You don't get citizenship for 5 years, you become eligible. At 5 years, you can become an American citizen. Yep. I just work you up to see some color in your cheeks, Chris. These people sound malicious. They risk spoiling the purity of the Chris rant. Well, they haven't seen a real Chris rant. I gave a mini rant on Friday, which pissed off someone. That's why she came on and was acting like she did. But everything she said was ludicrous. I never outed her. I never lied about her. I didn't even talk about her. Why would I even talk about her? One of your regular haters having her own channel has been very eerily quiet. Well, that's good. I mean, look, I'm fair to people. People attack me. I tolerate it for a while, but then we just have enough of it. People who attack me have actually done good things. I give them credit for doing good things. Look, when the News 24 gets something correct, I give them credit for it. When the Democrats get something correct, which is almost never, I give them credit for it. When the ANC gives them something correct, I give them credit. Of course, it's been probably 2 years since I've been able to compliment the ANC on anything. I'm not worked up. Jason Stevens Photography. Ask the OGs. This is not worked up. This is a conversation. Yep. And yeah, insight into the current psychology and entitlement and ways to deal with it. Yeah, there you go, USCIS. But I was called a liar. And I was called by people who say they have contact with USCIS, with OR, with PRM. Yeah, I know. The colonel's lying. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's misleading people. For what? What is the end state here, okay? Let me ask this question. Let's pretend I am misleading people. To what end? To what end? Has it made me wealthy? No. Have I gotten money from these people? No. Does it make me famous? No. So why would I mislead people? Other people who are misleading people is because they don't know what they're talking about. Show me where I've been wrong. The drama's too much. Greek Colonel, don't take this nonsense at some point. Well, see, that's the thing. The problem is if you don't respond to it, if you don't deal with someone, you can let it go for a certain period of time, but it becomes the record. It's like the lie. If you tell the lie often enough, it becomes the truth. People lie about me over and over again, and people actually believe it. So at some point, you have to address it. And that's what this weekend came out with, just to deal with the nonsense. Easter weekend. Happy Easter to the people being nasty. I only left stream once. Like the Colonel said, why should we leave a stream? Because of others being asked. One has to stop keeping quiet to keep the peace or being polite. Yeah, well, I was polite for a long time. South Africans USA who immigrated there before the program was announced, who were butthurt and spreading nonsense. Well, that's true too, but not all of them. Yep. Yeah, this is calm. Even his blood pressure stream, previous streams he was calm. His blood pressure is fine. Yep. Hey, Elmarie, what's going on? There's nothing wrong with calling out BS, and when they respond, you can clearly see by their actions their feelings are hurt. No adults in the room. Yep. And Broken Arrow says, I like it when the Colonel takes on the lies. Yeah. Whether it's from mainstream media or social media commenters, take them on. Take them on. What was I doing earlier? There was something I came across earlier. Oh, yeah. I came across my election certificate. Yeah, so, I was told I was a narcissist. I was told I was a narcissist on Friday. That was comical. If I'm a narcissist, tell me why. Tell me why. I'm going to cover this up. I don't need everybody to see this. Okay. Tell me why this isn't like hanging proudly on my wall. Have I ever even shown you guys this? Certificate election. As an elected official, this is my certificate that I've been elected. Yep. We, the undersigned members of York County Board of Elections, hereby certify that after tabulating the votes cast in general election held on November 4th, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months later, that Chris Wyatt was duly elected to the office Judge of Elections for a 4-year term. Wait, a narcissist? Do you even see this hanging on the wall? It's not even framed. Look, I haven't even straightened it out because the mailman folded it in my mailbox. Look at that. Well, I'm such a narcissist that this is, it's rather important to me. And here's the official certification right there. Yeah. Anyway, these people are just so full of it. And people believe it because there's a lot of simpletons out there. A lot of simpletons that believe anything they're told rather than go check it out for themselves. People who don't gloat about their achievements, true people. Exactly. You see, that's nowhere. That's the second time I've been elected. The first time I ran a writing campaign, and I managed to get 4 or 5 times as many votes as anybody else in a writing campaign in which I spent 4 days working on the campaign. This time, I ran away with it. This time, I got more votes than almost any candidate in the district for any office. Private serving under the Colonel is starting trouble or lying. Yeah. There are people who eat up nonsense like it's hotcakes. They're going to be in for mess. They are, Paul. That's the bottom line. True. Dion Latigan. Oh, my gosh. Dion, are you Dion from like way back, or am I confused with a different Latigan? Okay. Yep. Narcissist is the latest buzzword. Most people use it to label you, have no clue. Yeah, exactly. They have no idea what narcissist is. Exactly. Yeah, I'm such a narcissist that I'm sitting here. You know what I've been doing this evening? First off, I go to work tomorrow. I wanted to read. I've got some personal reading I want to do, like a book about capturing Berlin. I didn't do that. I wanted to watch some video like Dark Winds tonight. And what am I doing? For the past 3 hours, before I went live, I've been answering email and WhatsApps and try to run down case numbers for my trip to Maryland. I asked people for the case numbers, and they weren't forthcoming. So I'm trying to share it. Also, I'm a little peeved. Let me explain. So I went to great trouble to write a trip report about my travel, 2 places. And on behalf of people, and I told them to report their cases. Then I made the video and said, this is what you do to file a complaint. Some of those people filed complaints. And I asked them, right in this example, to CC me. They didn't CC me. Some people did. People that I went specifically on their case and sent a note and didn't tell me. And they haven't followed up. I find out tonight that one of the families that I was trying to help in Maryland has been in contact with OR for the past week and getting things solved. I mean, so I'm running around trying to get a case number. They're ignoring me after I've helped them. I mean, this is childish. You know, it makes me want to stop helping people. It really does. I mean, what's the point of it? I don't get compensated for it. I'm not getting famous for it. You know, the good deed I'm doing is soured by the fact that people don't appreciate it and they just feel it's, you know, they waste my time. That's very disrespectful. I interrupted my Sunday and ruined my Sunday, got home at 10 o'clock at night, drove all the way down to Maryland to meet with people, heard their cases, heard their stories, met with them, and then came back, got back late, went to work the next morning, and then that night wrote up a trip report, still lacking the information I asked for. It hadn't come in yet. I was very simple. Give me your case number, your name, your address, your phone number, yada, yada. Didn't get any of that. All I got was a life story and no information I needed. Only to find out tonight that that family has been in touch with OR because they did a complaint. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? Seriously. You're wasting my time. No, Deanna, I thought that was you. Okay, thanks. It's crazy. It's crazy. You think people have the courtesy to respond. Anyway, look, I miss things. People send me things and messages. And that's why I warned people about tonight. I said, I got a WhatsApp tonight from someone who sent me a message back in January. I'd never seen it. Now, they weren't angry. I never responded, but they gave me a new thing tonight. And it went to the top of my WhatsApp feed. And I saw it. I'm like, who's this? I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, they sent a message in January. So I felt bad about not seeing. But their message probably came in on the 5th of January. And then 100 messages came above it. And it right down like this. Anyway. Yeah, it's very unfair to ask for help and then ignore me when you get help. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. I mean, that is very disrespectful. I mean, first off, I owe none of these people I owe anything. I don't owe anybody's refugee a darn thing. Not a darn thing. Nothing. Even if you super chat me, I don't owe you anything. You're super chatting because you enjoy the content and you're learning something, and I appreciate that. But I don't owe you anything. But here I go traveling all over the country to expose problems, to hear people's concerns, to meet people who ask to meet with me. Most of it at my own expense. And certainly at my own time. Anyway. Oh, I'm not losing any sleep, Kathy. Just saying. Not losing any sleep. All right, so we like the second version. So I've already uploaded that, and hopefully that'll get out there and be on the DJ Silver Eagle topic website on YouTube soon. But yeah, no, by the way, so you're wondering about why I showed that tonight, that certificate tonight. Because tonight I was cleaning up my studio, which needs to be cleaned up. I've got paper all over the place in here from research and documents. Finally filed a bunch of investment and bills statements tonight. Took care of that. And then I came across that envelope, which I've had in here and not filed since November. It didn't come in November. It was for November 5th, but it came, I think came in mid-December or something like that. But yeah, so, oh, I'm sorry. November 25th is the date that they did it because they certified the election. I got it in December, yep. Yeah, but you see, I mean, this is something to be proud of. I can hang this up on walls, but nope, you don't see anything behind me. And if I gave you a tour of my house, you'd see that my walls are mostly empty. Broken Arrow says, don't think the Colonel remembers. He helped me when I was in South Africa. Still, and I respect him for that. No, Broken Arrow, I'm sorry. I don't remember. I apologize. If you refresh my memory, I probably remember. But I mean, I do help so many people in South Africa and over here. And that's white, colored, and black, and Indian. I help everybody I can. Yep, I sure do. But I notice people forget about me. If I don't push the button, I don't get... the only one that constantly calls me is Biz News. But no one else, I mean... I have to point out to other people, so, you know. I find it fascinating. Previous times where military action, people would ask me to come on their program. Not anymore. I'm not hearing from anybody asking me to come out and talk about the war. I guess they don't want me coming on getting it right. Anyway. By the way, we're entering week 6 of the conflict. I said it would be at least a 6-week conflict. And guess what? Trump has given them 48 hours. So I doubt they're going to respond. Oh, next few months, Andrew, I anticipate it'll be over. It has to be over within the next few weeks. 3 weeks, it's got to be over. Trump gets 2 months. That's it. Yes, vodka model. The truth does hurt feelings. It really does hurt people's feelings. Yep. In fact, I'm writing to Biz News right now. Okay, so I'm giving you an update on the heart attack in Idaho. Good evening, sir. We're doing great. We moved into our own apartment a few days ago. He is doing very well. Sounds like they're very unhappy. They want to drop us. Okay. So I'm letting the lady know because I got some issues. And I'm in touch with Professor G. Just writing back to Professor G right now. So I've just chatted with you live on the stream, talked to the lady in Idaho whose husband had the heart attack. They're doing well. I've written to Biz News while we're chatting, and I've just also been in touch with Professor G. He gave me an email address to mail when Voda comes to spend my number. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Broken Arrow. Gosh, that's been a while. It's been a while since it's been in South Africa. It's definitely been a while. Okay. Of course, they won't ask you. Would be spot on. There would be a dick giveaway. Yeah, love to Professor G. Yeah, he's a good guy, Professor G. Interesting guy. Yeah. So anyway, I did pull up some news here. What did I put down for the title of the stream? Did I put a title for it? Oh, Easter. No, I just put Easter. So that I get a free pass. I don't have to any news, but I've got some news here. First off, congratulations to the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA Lady Bruins, who have won the NCAA Women's Championship. They destroyed UConn, absolutely destroyed them, shocked them. So congratulations to them. That was a bit of a surprise for a lot of folks that this came off that way. With gold confetti falling from the rafters, Lauren Betts couldn't hold back her tears. As the final seconds, UCLA's national championship game ticked off the clock, Betts and her teammates ran to midcourt and met a massive hug. Players fell on the court. Others jumped up and down, releasing a sense of joy and jubilation. The shocking thing for me is that the team has got lots of white girls on it. Wow, most of these college teams don't have many white girls anymore. Their magical run by UCLA, which the Bruins began plotting after last season's disappointing Final Four loss, ended in dominating fashion on Sunday when Betts and the Bruins defeated South Carolina Gamecocks 79-51. It capped the best season in UCLA women's basketball program history and gave Coach Corey Close her first national championship. It's also the second or third largest or largest margin ever in a final. Yeah, congratulations to the Lady Bruins. That's awesome. If we were all straight with each other and did not coddle feelings, there would be less misunderstandings. The truth be clearly understood. Yep. I think that's true. Oops. All right, so let's check in on the Artemis mission, folks. The mission to the moon and back. Artemis now 4 days, 5 hours, and 20 minutes into their mission. 1,375 miles per hour they're traveling. That's over 2,300 kilometers per hour. And they've traveled 231,610 miles from Earth. They're just 41,000 miles away from the moon. It's getting closer and closer. Yep, it's getting closer and closer. So that's the mission view. Okay. There we go. Okay. Click back to that view, the camera view. Okay, there you go. So there's the ship right there. There's the moon. Let's check their dashboard. This is the dashboard. I realized what I was wrong about earlier. The speed is kilometers per second. They go over half a kilometer per second. Wow. Can you imagine going 600 meters in 1 second? That's fast. So the distance to the moon, this says 68,000. That's not... Oh, it's kilometers. That was miles. See, that's the thing. Their dashboard is in kilometers, but that other thing is in miles. So, yeah. So they are getting there. They're getting there. Outbound. Yep. And they're on their way to the moon. Yep. 379,283 kilometers from Earth. Ingrid says, that's getting stink for gratitude. And what those people do to you, Chris, and show disingenuous they are very low of them. Makes me hot under the collar to hear this. That's all right. I feel very bad for telling my family to fill in that Google form, the forgotten group. I really thought it was legit since it was put up by someone I consider is liable to. Well, it is legit, but in other words, it's not being misused, but I wasn't informed of it. I wasn't asked about it. And so therefore, I mean, I got all these questions and the only response I have is, what is this? I don't know about it. How many toilet rolls would it take to cover the entire journey? 41 million rolls of toilet rolls. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, don't sweat it, Ingrid. It's fine. All right, we have an interview on Tuesday morning in the usual time, 8 a.m. here, so 2 p.m. South African time. Can knock out another Refugee Ingrid interview coming on Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Yep. All right, but that won't be an hour and a half. That'll just be an hour because I got to get to work, and I already have to go in a little bit late to do that. Yep. If we were in the same time zone, I would have done it at 7 o'clock or 7:30, but it's too much to ask somebody to come on earlier. Tiki Keezer, what's going on? What are you up to? What are you up to? People ask me what I'm up to. I'm usually like 6 foot 2 inches. 1.93 meters. No, wow, that is a curious question. That is a curious question. 94 people currently here, 276 views. People clearly are taking the time off and enjoying their holiday. That's for darn sure. Yep. So what's interesting is that, the other one will have my name. This one says Chris Wyatt. That's not even my legal name, but that's my campaign name. So, yeah, so that's how I got elected, as Chris Wyatt. Yikes. Anyway. Don't sweat the Fugu form. That's why I did the video, because, no shade on the people who made the form. They had good intent, but they just didn't reach out to me. So I'm supposed to be getting data today that I didn't even expect, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there were too many questions asked on there. That's the kind of questions that Church World Service or somebody like that needs to know, but it's not something that I think really necessarily needed for that. So anyway, don't sweat it. Not the end of the world. Anyway. All right, so I answered 30, 40 emails there earlier. Okay. Just looking. I've got some more that come in while I'm here. Okay. In fact, let me send this to that lady. Okay, so I'm writing to a lady with a heart attack. That's a hard way to describe her, but I don't want to give her name away because, okay. All right, so I'm set for Biz News on Thursday now instead of Tuesday. So 7:30 my time, I'll be recording with them. It takes about a half hour. Okay. Okay, and now I've just written to Mad Max, who's watching the show. But I was trying to get something for that lady, so I need this here. Okay, so I've just set that off too. Sorry, folks, doing multiple things tonight. Okay, people cannot chat in Colonel's channels. What do you mean, Utopi? YouTube had trouble today. They didn't ask for the SF number, ID number, and that's the reason I decided to fill it in. No, it wasn't coordinated with me, or they may have thought they coordinated, but I didn't approve it yet. Is who okay? Well, the guy with the heart attack, yeah, he's doing well. Felt bad for the lady's husband had a heart attack that was circumstantial. Oh, absolutely, but feel bad, but feel how great it was that the Wyatt Army and the South African ladies group got together, responded. People arrived on the scene, helped her, gave her accommodation, got her clothing, changed clothes, got her food, got her cash, got her gift cards to get food, so she was able to survive and do well while he was getting the care he needed. They were medevac, then they traveled back. The only problem I have with all of this is that their agency let their funds run out, and I knew that was going to happen, and I tried to prevent it from happening, and I was told it wasn't going to happen, and I was lied to, not by the family, but by the agency. Yeah. Down to 116.72. That looks good, Broken Arrow. Cool. Well, it took a week and a half. Cool. Well, Richmond was beautiful before the Union Army burned it to the ground. Antebellum Richmond was gorgeous. Etienne McCarthy, what's going on? Yeah, no, it's great to see people respond. Yeah, see, that's another thing. So I don't understand that. When that happened, I sprung into action immediately. Made phone calls, reached out to Courtney McBride, who lives in Salt Lake, where their medevac, reached out to Antoinette, reached out to everyone that I knew was in Utah, and tried to get help to them. We organized help. We got help. My concern was their funds being expended because their stuff was still in a hotel room. I tried to coordinate for that. Even reached out to Gina and to some others that are in Boise to take care of that. And then I told them they didn't need to because the agency was doing it. Well, the agency lied. So, yeah, if I'm a liar and I'm trying to hurt South Africans, I'm a pariah and a betrayer. Why am I doing that? Honestly, what do I get from that? Do you know how much my time that took up? All I got from that is helping someone in need. Someone that deserved our care, our concern, our compassion. Yet these people still run around and lie about me all the time. It's comical. And you can take that story and tell it 100 times. The refugee in Las Vegas, everything was great. Everybody's case was going great. People got jobs, they got cars, they got trucks, they got nice apartments. Almost everybody has a perfect situation. There's one family, their rent wasn't paid. The agency that's doing a really good job, they interviewed Milan, there was a mistake. It wasn't paid. They got an eviction notice. They were concerned. They asked me to look at it. We talked about it in the interview. I was assured before I interviewed him that it had been taken care of. Then I interviewed him and he said, no, it hasn't been taken care of. And here's the utility bill. It hasn't been paid 2 months in a row. So I did the interview and then I went back and talked to the director and I said, listen, I'm not trying to give you a hard time here, but you were concerned. I know you explained to me your concern and you followed up and supposedly that bill was paid, but apparently it wasn't. Can you check on it again? He checked on it. Once I got back here, I got a message from the director and I got a message from the refugee that it was taken care of. Why would I do that? Why would I put my time? I could have gone to Vegas and gone to strip clubs and, and hung out in the casinos and got liquored up and, I'm not walking anywhere. I'm not driving, just hang out. Instead, I spent all my time, 80% of my time, focused on refugees in Las Vegas. A trip that cost me over $2,000. For what? Because I'm a pariah? Because I'm misleading people? Oh, please. People. How do people believe any of that nonsense? The facts contradict all their lies. Colonel, you immediately jumped in, tried to stop their funds from it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thank you for your continued dedication, Colonel. Those in the USA enjoy the freedom opportunities. Hey, Yaku, what's up? Thank you, Vodka Model. You like the warning? Yeah, this was a gift from that refugee. This was a gift from that refugee. That's awesome. Unfortunately for me, he bought it for me. I didn't know he was going to give it to me. I didn't even notice it because we were busy trying to film and show them the dam. The gift shop closed at 5. We got in before they closed. I didn't see the signs. I was busy buying all the other tchotchkes and stuff. And I wish I had seen the signs because I would have bought some. They had a bunch of cool signs, no doubt, but I missed my chance. But yeah, I went around buying all my stuff, like this really cool geodisc. So this is a U.S. Coast and Geodetic Survey marker, a benchmark, a Hoover Dam, 1,234.86 feet above sea level, mean sea level, and it's a benchmark. So this one's a brass one. These are what they put in the ground. And so I bought this. You can buy these as keepsakes. So I bought this. I bought some pins. I bought a couple shirts. I bought that damn hat, that damn shirt. So I was busy running around collecting all that stuff. The tchotchkes I always buy when I go places. And I missed the signs. But he got that one for me. I'm so grateful. That's so cool. But yeah, this is really cool. I like this. That's nice. So these are actually embedded in the concrete along the surface of the dam. You see them every so many feet. Now the stand is pretty chintzy, but that's all right. So because I was busy buying that stuff, I missed out on the other things. Hang on a second. Okay. Doing the stream while I'm working in a warehouse. And there's Courtney McBride. There's one of the guys we almost got to jump in, but Courtney didn't need to because we found someone else because Courtney lives in Salt Lake. Courtney sent me a wedding invitation, and I'm really grateful for that, Courtney. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, if I do manage, if I could get to Salt Lake, do I have to bring like a big expensive gift? Cruising down the strip like a boss, whether it's walking or in wheelchair. Max, let me go ahead and let me see. The 24th. Let me just see. There's tickets. Let me hang on a second. Where the heck is that at? It's here somewhere. God bless it. Where's it at? I had it there. Can't find it. I have to go. Oh, there it is. There it is. So tickets are $65. Ouch. Non-refundable. Cannot be transferred. Bryfest. Okay. Okay, I'll buy one ticket. Let me see if it lets me do that. Okay. Okay. 24 April. Okay. Okay. Hey, Max, tell everybody what I'm doing right now, what this is about, okay? So I know when I'm coming to Richmond now, because I'm doing this as well. Okay? I'm not competing in the Poiki contest. No. How many Poikis? One. A Poiki. Sweet. Continue. Okay, payment. Credit card. Went out here. Okay. You guys can't read that, what I'm saying, okay? Okay. With a phone, you could tell the sound, you could tell. Whoops. That's the wrong number there. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll see. Not now. Okay, preparing order. Thank you. We're all set for the festival. The Suid-Afrikaanse Braai en Potjie Fest. Okay. All right. So, ons gaan goed. What's the bottom? No, I can't read the rest of that. It doesn't come up quite right. All right, I'll be there. So do I get, oh, I can download my ticket. Okay, I was going to say, how do I get my ticket now? Let me download my ticket before I lose that page. I'll save this. Okay, so I bought it. So if you live in Virginia, I'm coming to Richmond. Okay. Download ticket. Okay, there it is. Cool beans. Let me save that. Save as. Downloads. Poiki Fest 2026. Okay. I'll print it. All right, Max, I've done it. I've ordered it. So worst case, I wasted my money. We'll see. I got accommodation here. Let's check in on that. Camping. I'm not camping. I'm not camping. Screw that. La Quinta. Okay. All right. I'm not camping, man. Screw that. I spent 36 years in the Army. I'm not camping. Oh, there's my receipt. Cool. Move that to my shopping folder. Okay. Okay, so I can find that later on. Thanks for registering. Here are your tickets. All right, so I'm going. All right. What did I discuss in 2 previous streams? Albert Schutte, welcome to you. Greenland, how are you? Okay, let me see. This is, where's PQR? Excuse me, shopping. Okay, got it. Right up. Okay, that's taken care of. Saturday even Poiki. Oh, well, I just pay for Poiki. I'm not even going to get to enjoy. Pfft. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well. Well, they're making money off me. So they're making money off me. Oh, well. Oh, well. Such is life. Such is life. I'm not sponsoring. Okay. All right. Cool beans. So I'm registered, Max. My aunt turned 79. I thought she was a little older than that. Okay, fabulous news, says Max. Okay, Kurt immediately jumped in to try to stop their funds. Yep, sure did. Courtney, camping for me is sleeping on a submarine. Yes, it is, Courtney. Must have missed it in the last 2 streams. Missed what, Vodka Model? What did you ask? Let me go back and see what you asked. Will we talk one day about the lady who left the U.S., or is that sensitive subject? I did talk about it. I know the lady's name. I know her age. And I know why she's going back. And the only thing I can really share at this point is that apparently she's homesick. She's an elderly lady who came over here. Her family didn't come over. They're linked to her, and she's going back. So that's a shame. But yeah, again, I've been told anecdotally that this isn't the first case, but it's the first case I know about publicly that's come to my attention. That's why I say the first case. But if I'm wrong about that, that's fine. Again, I left the possibility I was being punked or misled. You'll notice my video is very clear about this, about if it's true, this is what it means. But it's going to be reported on the press, and that's why I covered it. So people are going to talk about it. Anyway. No, it makes no sense to me whatsoever, Vodka Model. This is not a holiday. It's not a vacation. People shouldn't enter this with light thought in their mind. If you can't survive without your family, then you shouldn't apply for this program. I don't understand the logic there. It took a slot from someone else. I mean, it's very, very selfish. Yeah, I don't understand the logic at all. And frankly, I don't understand this logic, any of this logic. I don't get this nipple attachment. I don't get it that people have. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not criticizing. I'm saying I don't get it. I grew up in horrible conditions and lived all over the world, and so I don't have those attachments like that these people form. I appreciate the family's close, but I mean, what's more important, your life or your teat hanging? Which is it? No, you're right, Vodka Model. That's understandable. Her family hadn't come over, but she was here for a couple weeks and she asked to go back. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. If she'd been here for 3 or 4 months and was lonely, I get it. But just a few weeks and she already asked to go back. And so she'll have to pay back the loan. And her family had to buy her ticket because we're not paying to fly her back. So that's the circumstances there. Yep. Anyway, so... Right, Broken Arrow. I mean, look, no one promised you. That's the thing that irritates me when I see this garbage coming from South African news sites about they were promised. Nobody promised you jack squat. You weren't promised anything as a refugee coming over. Nothing. Also, by the way, yeah, I printed that out earlier. So I'm tired of these lies. So I got this earlier from somebody who's looking for help and desperate. I thought I printed that out. Maybe I didn't. Okay, that was at the start of the stream. So let me go back to that. I got interrupted. Image. So where's this going to be? It's going to be in pictures. That's where it's going to be. Let me see. Oh, come on. What did I call this? What the hell is it called? I can't remember. I have to sort this by date. I hate this. Sort by date. Okay. I went the other way, though. Descending. Well, it's not it either. What the hell's it at? Okay, I got to go back and... I know I saved this picture. Did I save it in downloads? No. Yeah, there it is. It's downloads. Okay, so I'm going to print this out for myself right now. Okay, I'm not going to read this, but somebody sent me their letter. Okay, I'm going to read you what USCIS sends you, okay? And this is going to irritate me to no end because people have been lying to me for months saying that they were given this, that, and the other. This letter says nothing about 2 to 4 weeks. And maybe I missed it. Maybe I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. U.S. Citizenship Immigration Services, notice of eligibility for resettlement. Eligibility. It's a notification. Your application for refugee classification resettlement in the United States is conditionally approved under Section 207 of the United States Immigration and Nationality Act. This does not give you legal status in the United States or permit you to travel to or be in the United States. You will only receive travel documents allowing you to be admitted to the United States as a refugee upon successful completion of any remaining clearances that are required in the screening process. These include medical examination by an approved panel physician and may include others such as completion of security clearance procedures. In addition, any dependents, spouse, and unmarried children under 21 years of age included in your case who are designated by the alien registration numbers listed above are also conditionally approved for classification as derivative refugee. In other words, they're derivative off your case. Anyway, it goes on and on here. Each refugee applicant must complete a medical examination. Some health conditions are grounds for exclusion for resettlement, but may be waived. Okay, the examining physician. Prior to travel, you must be issued a travel packet for entry in the United States. You must notify U.S. RAP partner if you have any change in your family composition. Once in the United States, under penalty of law, aliens must report a change of address within 10 days of moving within the United States or its territories, unless the individual in the United States for less than 30 days does not possess a visa. You can change your address online, yada, yada, yada. This says nothing about 2 to 4 weeks. Nothing. This says nothing about 2 to 4 weeks. This is an actual refugee resettlement letter. I've covered up the name of the individual. That's an actual letter right there, signed by the director down there. This is an actual letter that you get, conditional approval. There's no mention of 2 to 4 weeks in here. Also, I'm going to blow something out of the water right now because it's getting tiring. There are no such thing as the left behinds. There are no such thing as October, November. Does that hurt your feelings? Sorry. There's no left behind group. First off, the only people left behind were the people who had tickets. Those people had their flights canceled on the 26th of September through the 13th of October. That's it. That's it. Unless you had a ticket issued that I don't know about from the 14th of November, no, it wasn't done. So there are no left behinds except those people. And I keep thinking there are hundreds of people. They're not left behinds. You're no more special than people that got approved in August who haven't come over. There are some of those people still. Okay? And there were people in January for 1 week where they were canceling flights for a bunch of people. I don't know why. We never got a clarification on it. And then from 23 February to the 9th of March. But there weren't tickets for that whole period. The only tickets from 23 February to about the 5th of March. Those are left behind. Those people haven't traveled. If you had a ticket and was canceled, those are the people I offer to try to help find accommodation for, which isn't easy. And those are the people that I offer to get food for. Yet I have so many people who can't follow instructions. So many people who sold everything, got rid of everything because they were told they were leaving in 2 to 4 weeks. You were never told that. You were never told that. I've had refugees come in here and say that's not true. Yep, never told that. You were told be prepared. Be prepared. That doesn't mean liquidate everything. 2 to 4 weeks can be 2 to 4 months. It can be 6 months. Well, Broken Arrow, maybe people should listen to what I say instead of what RSC says. Maybe people should listen to what I say and not what RSC says. RSC is a vendor. RSC is not the government. And tell me, how did RSC work for you? Some people it works very well. Some people, it doesn't work very well at all. Like the family that was never notified in Port Elizabeth and then told be at the airport in Cape Town in 4 hours from PE. Yeah. I agree. Went under review, hold, and some are still under that, but many have come out already because of success. It's helped because they go through your life with a fine-tooth comb. They do go through your life. Anyway, so look, this is a myth. It's a myth. That doesn't mean there aren't people who were processed and got this letter saying they had conditional approval. That doesn't mean that didn't happen. Yes, they may have had conditional approval in October, November, December, January, February, March. Doesn't mean that they're forgotten or left behind. Doesn't mean that at all. And what I find irritating is people in those groups think they're more special than people who sent a PRM email in, who did a statement of interest. They're more special. They're not more special. Nobody's more special. Johann Rupert is not more special to me. He's just wealthier. Nobody's more special. Anyway, and I know that pisses some people off, and it costs me views. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm not here to coddle people and to tell them lies about how it's all going to be all right. It's not going to all be all right. Life sucks. It's a competition. It is. If it wasn't competition, we wouldn't have viruses and pathogens and bacteria. Kathy sent me a WhatsApp. Kathy, you sent me lots of WhatsApps. You just sent me another one. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I know you sent me the thing about the photograph, but it didn't come out right. The photograph with the falls, it came out with a black spot on it, Kathy. So I gave you a heart on it, but I mean, I didn't really. But the picture didn't come out right. But thank you for doing that. The decision letter, yeah, it says you should anticipate traveling within 2 to 4 weeks. Anticipate. That doesn't mean you're leaving 2 to 4 weeks. Anticipation, it's making me wait. Why is my caps lock on? Carly Simon. Anticipation. The action of anticipating something, expectation or prediction, doesn't mean reality. Doesn't mean reality. Well, I agree with you. The problem is with RSC. So why do people trust them? Because people hear what they want to hear. How long have I been telling people that means be prepared? Be prepared. Like a Boy Scout. Doesn't mean you're leaving those dates. Okay? Exactly. See, I've always said, don't. Well, no, that's not entirely accurate. I said declutter. Get rid of things you don't need. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm not going anywhere as a refugee, but I'm decluttering my house. I want to plant my raspberries today, but the temperature tomorrow night is going to be 26 degrees. That's below freezing. So we're still getting frost. I can't put my raspberries out. They'll all die, so they're still in the garage. But the garage, all my raspberries, I have to turn them every couple of days because they all start growing towards the sun. The sun comes through the window in the morning at the top of the door, in the garage door, and it's coming in and it's hitting the raspberries. All the leaves, they're growing this way. I can't have them all lean this way. So every day, every couple of days, I have to turn them so they're going the opposite way so they grow back this way. So just to check, all done October received, no approval or denial is normal. Okay, see, you're trying to get me to say something is what you're saying. No, nothing is normal here, Maximilian. Why do people think there's a normal? Why do people, by the way, my back is killing me in case you wonder why I keep getting up. Why do people attach normal to this? Is there anything normal about this? Is there anything normal about this program? Number one, it's not a normal refugee program. Have you fled to a neighboring country because you fled a conflict? No. So it's not normal. Are you being attacked and murdered? No, it's not normal. This isn't normal. This is abnormal. This is unusual. So everything is unusual. It was unusual to come up with a PRM email. They did that to see if anybody actually was interested in this program, and they got flooded. They weren't prepared for it. So they did a proof of concept based off the emails. It had over 100 people, about 100 people fly to Pretoria, be interviewed, do the medicals, do the background checks, got them ready. Then a private donor paid for a commercial contracted, charter flight to fly them to America. And they were greeted by a State Department official. That's not normal. That's unusual. And of course, that's been played up in this whole thing. Look, they're racist because they welcome the white people, ignoring the fact that there were colors in that crowd. Yeah. Anyway, so there's nothing normal about this. Nothing normal about it. Not a damn thing about this program is normal. They came out with the intake question. Let's see, November 4th. So February 7th. Okay. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 10 months after they announced the program, they finally came up with a formal application, the intake questionnaire. There is no normal here. There is no normal. It's not normal for my friend who put in an email on the 10th of February to just get interviewed 2 weeks ago. That's not normal. When some of you applied in November and you've already in the States, that's not normal. You blame this on the way it's been administered. So I'm not going to fall for that, Maximilian. That's not. I'm not telling you anything's normal. What I'm telling you is people have unrealistic expectations. It normally takes a long time. And here I'm going to, we're called lowlights and black countries. Boy, talk about some race-tinged language. Black countries, black countries. Stop. Give me a break. Anyway, but no. Refugees around the world, whether it's Myanmar or China or CAR or Morocco, wherever refugees come from. It's not normal to be out of the country in 3 or 4 months or even a year. Most people wait years to get processed. And that doesn't seem to be sinking. Some people really getting this arrogant attitude and sense of entitlement. Nobody's entitled to anything. Nobody's entitled to come here. I'm not entitled to live in South Africa. I'm not a South African citizen. Not entitled to live there. Broken Arrow waited a year. Well, we talked today. to Andre and Bianca and Leonka, and they waited 14 months. They, on February 10th, PRM email, they watched me and Wimpy on May 12th. Statement of interest. Did the intake questionnaire in December. Got interviewed in November. Finally came to America on March 19th. Nothing. Okay, Maximilian, yeah. There's nothing normal about this, okay? And people, look, it's getting very hard to have empathy for people from October and November because so many people come before them and they just completely ignore that. Like they're the only ones that matter. How about empathy for everybody? That's my argument. That's my argument. How about empathy for everybody that came before you that hasn't arrived yet and hasn't received a denial? Some of them watching the show have never even been called. That's wrong. And they've done the intake questionnaire. So something is not normal here. The administration of this program is not normal. Anyway, all right, cool. Veroshka says 11 months so far. It's a risk. No two cases the same. You know, have means can make all the difference. No, you need to be clear about that because people infer incorrectly. Your financial means can make all the difference in South Africa. It has no impact on whether you come to America. Zero impact. It has nothing to do with whether you come to America. Rich, poor, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Decluttering now and haven't received my first call yet. See, vodka model, yeah. You haven't got your first call yet. Jeez. Good morning, Big Fish. How's it going? Yeah, people don't read properly. That's right, Head In. They don't read properly. They read what they want to. They get all excited. Whoa, I'm improved. We're going. Elma, sell everything. Get rid of the house. Tell the kids to leave school. Why? So that was the whole thing for me. It's like, we debate about whether to send our kids to school in January. Why? Unless you have tickets saying you're leaving January 15th, why would you not put your kids in school? Some of these people didn't put their kids in school, and now here it is already May or April. And the kids have missed January, February, March. 3 months of school. Why would you do that? I don't understand that. We're not even on the same cycle as you. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand that logic. I've never got that. Yeah, Max, we'll figure all this out. I'll look at seeing about if there's people in Charlotte, if there's refugees in Charlotte, maybe I'll hit Charlotte on the way back. I haven't driven through the Shenandoah Valley in ages. Coming down, I guess I'll force myself to drive down I-95, which is a nightmare. But yeah, so I'll just figure it out. So I'll probably have to leave Thursday night, spend Friday down there, and then Saturday. So we'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, so that's coming up. It'll mess up my rugby, but whatever. Yep. Yep. So I've never understood that. People tell me we had to decide whether to put our kids in school. Why? We had to decide when to tell our employer. Why? Why? You're not immigrating. I don't understand this. You're not immigrating. You have no control. If you're immigrating here, you buy your tickets, you come when you're ready, you tell your employer, you cancel your lease, you do what you got to do. But you have no control. You are at the whim of a process that will come to you and say, you're flying in 3 days. Why in the world? And you don't know when that's going to be. That could be tomorrow. That could be May. That could be July. Why in the world would you get rid of everything and then become a burden for people? I don't understand the logic there. Look, if you take it as just criticism, then you've got a thin skin. You're a Karen. I'm not criticizing anyone. I haven't called anybody out. I haven't mentioned any names. And trust me, I got a lot of messages from a lot of people who've done this. I don't understand your logic at all. What gets me is that people are so distrusting. There's people that lie about me, people that lie about this program. They don't trust anything. They won't believe anybody. Yet when they get this conditional letter, oh, we're going, Helen. We're leaving in 2 weeks. Why do you suddenly believe that? Where is your skepticism when it comes to getting a letter? Well, wait. Well, you know what? El Marie. You know what? We got this here letter from USCIS, and I'm a little skeptical about this. I got this email from RSC. It said, be prepared. Well, it says not be prepared. What did that say? Come on, honey. Give me that back now. It says you should anticipate traveling within 2 to 4 weeks at the soonest. Well, that means that we're not going anywhere for at least 2 to 4 weeks. I know what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do, El Marie? We're going to sell everything, and we're going to stand on the corner. That's right, because we're leaving in 2 weeks. That's what the email said. We're leaving in 2 weeks. That's all right, honey. Let's go. All right. Tell you what. You get on Facebook Marketplace and you sell everything on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to call him right now. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, well, Dr. You too there, Myron. Guess what? You could take this job and shove it. I'm done. I'm going to America's refugee. I'm leaving in 2 to 4 weeks so you can shove it where the sun don't shine. All right, Myron? All right, cool. Good. Oh, no. Yeah. My fuck more leaves. I'm leaving, buddy. Come on, guys. People are so skeptical, and suddenly they get this letter and they're not skeptical. I don't understand that. And also, I've been doing this forever, and then people come to me to clean up their mess afterwards. And they don't even tell me when their mess is cleaned up. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. I don't know what to say, man. They look at the fish, but believe the tail and don't see the fish. Yep. Resurrection Day. Oh, yes. Hey, Peter Pumpkin Vodka had a good laugh now. Yeah, well, I mean, if we can't laugh at ourselves, what can we laugh at, right? I guess we can laugh at the ANC. Anyway, I wish I sold my car back to Toyota before getting tickets, but that's too big a gamble. Kathy says, have mercy on us. I do have mercy on people. I'm still here, aren't I? I haven't thrown my toys out of the pram and left. Great laugh, Colonel. It's a pink shirt and cowboy. Well, the pink shirt's nice, isn't it? This is one of my Chris Wyatt Report shirts in Dab, Africa. That was my logo I came up with. Yep. So had a guy in Bangladesh design it because I have no artistic skills. The idea was to people in unison, and the colors represent black folks and white folks and coloreds and in Africa. So. Matt Max says, it was so easy. We just listened to Colonel's videos. It was said over and over and over and over. We get the refugee fatigue so many times. Colonel repeat everything. Yeah, I know. People got tired of it. I lost my regular viewers because people asking the refugee questions. They got sick of it. Some of my regular viewers just absconded. You don't like the pink shirt? It's not pink. It's fuchsia. It's fuchsia. Oh, man, I wish it was me. But here I am for my mom. She is 80 and don't want to go. El Marie. Yeah. No, look, I understand people that don't want to go. Look, I mean, I spent my entire life moving all over the world, and right now I'm not all that hip on moving. Mostly because I have too much crap. Too much crap. I love night. I was always laughing, just struggling, getting up early. Yeah, well, I mean, sorry, Sue Marie. I mean, I can only go so late, especially when I'm working this week. So, and then now we've got a lot of people in the States that are watching the program. We don't want to be too late for them. So this is a compromise. So anyway. I used to do the thing at 3 o'clock, so it was before South Africans went to bed, but my audience wasn't very big, and it just became too much a burden because I just finished my news and my whole day is gone. And Big Fish wouldn't be perfect if it wasn't for the Colonel. But Big Fish, I'm lying. I'm misleading people. I'm a pariah. I've been misleading people. I've been wrong. I have an agenda. I'm making money for refugees. Haven't you heard all this stuff? I know I heard it. Yeah, the Strait of Hormuz song was pretty good. I find it's just frustrating knowing you applied at day one just to hear those apply. Well, yeah, look, Loretta, I didn't say you were entitled. That's not what I'm talking about. But people writing to me who applied in November after the intake questionnaire came out for the first time were interviewed 3 weeks ago and asked me, I haven't gotten approval yet. What's going on? Why? Could you look into my case? I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? I mean, come on, man. What kind of expectation is that? I know South Africans, like Ernst van Zyl waited 4 months to get his visa. He missed a conference in America because for 4 months he didn't have a visa. Ernst van Zyl, he's been here many times. He's got no criminal record. There's no danger to anybody. Why did it take over 4 months to get his visa? It's just ridiculous. He waited 4 months to get a visa, and he missed his conference. And I got people who apply for a refugee program. I mean, we don't do background checks like that on people coming over for visas. But we sure as hell do it on people that are coming over here to live here. Reggae song. Reggae night. Anyway. All right, guys. Yeah, so honky tonk song. I'm not a honky tonk fan. I can get into the cowboy stuff, but I saw something in the shop that I'm definitely buying for you, Colonel. So once I'm there, okay. All right, Charissa, hey. Hi, Colonel. What is your perception of the current job market U.S. for foreign professionals? What do you mean by that, Andrew Knoll? Do you mean for visa holders? Well, Trump's made it difficult for professionals. If you're being hired by a company, they have to pay a huge visa fee to get you over here. So I would say it's not nearly as accommodating as it was a year ago, but the need is still there. We still have Silicon Valley full of foreign nationals. Yeah, the need is still there. It's just not as accommodating as it once was. If you mean for refugees, you're not treated as a refugee when you come here. You're treated as a U.S. permanent resident for work. So, yeah, it's pretty good for you. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Max is going to work in 5 hours. Wow. Hang in there, Kathy. Anyway. All right, guys. I should wrap it up here. I've got to do a few things before I hit the rack. I've already posted that song to my label, my record label distributor. So, yeah. Yeah, well, Mad Max has got to go work in 5 hours. So do I, for Vodka Model. I'm in the same boat. But I'm going to be up. Mr. Duck says, very disheartening. I'm telling everyone to follow you. Now, those people are leaving. I'm still here, finishing everything last year. What are you getting at, Mr. Sergeant Duck? Here you are again, once again. You're telling everyone to follow you in this program. I am not USCIS. I am not U.S. Customs Immigration Service. I am not RSC. I am not the U.S. government. So why is it disheartening to tell people to come here? That makes no sense. You're implying that it's my fault that you haven't come over here. I don't even know who the hell you are. What is your name? Yaku? Andre? Oh, gosh. Dude, you really need to stop moaning about things, you know? It's very tiring for people. Very tiring for people. This really gets on people's nerves.
The dawn's in the war room, shadows on the wall, maps lit up in red.
All right, hold on. Broken Arrow. An Indian what? An Indian student was denied? That's not a refugee. There are no Indian refugees. So let's make sure you're clear about that.
Hear the sirens call, a line in the water, a line in the sand. No more hesitation. This is the final stand. They pull the lost from the fire and the flame, snatched from the dark where vengeance knows your name. Engine still burning from the rescue flight. Now the whole world's watching what comes to the sea, to powers locked in destiny. All the world's eyes burning bright, watching shadows turn to light. A single spark, a single call could send it crashing down on us all. 48 hours, hear the cry. No more room for alibis. Open the strait, let freedom run. Or face the fire of the loaded gun. 48 hours, hold the line. Running out of borrowed time. Stand or fall, the line is drawn. When the countdown hits, it's gone. The arm must fall. The arm must fall. Tick, tick, tick. 48 to go.
All right, there you go. How was that for an outro song for the day? Cool beans. Alan says, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. Yeah, if you can do it, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Prav Pila, welcome to you. Okay. Your new chapter started. Okay. Yeah, autocorrect is a pain in the butt. Okay, I have to do twice this week. Okay. I think he means the people who only follow you until they're here and they leave. No, I don't think that's what he's talking about. Anyway, so I don't know if I missed anything else. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Max has got to hit the rack. I'm going to hit the rack, and I've got some other tasks to do. All right, thanks for being here. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out the door. We got 115 likes and 117 people here. All right, so people must be enjoying their long weekend. All right, God bless. Have a good day. I'll be live later in the day, but at an unscheduled time. Cheers.